Yo, 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 yo. This series is it's ReZero under a different name. That's exactly what this is. Like, legit. Oh my, yo! What an episode! What a series! Okay. Dude, Summertime Renderer is... Yo, it is certified banger, certified. You love ReZero. If you legit love ReZero, if you love Natsuki Subaru from ReZero, you love Return by Death, everything about it, legit, stop what you're doing. Go watch the first 5 episodes of Summertime Render. It's been so long since I got this pump, man. It's such a good freaking episode. That's the first thing I want to just say. It's a good series. Not even just a good episode. I've been just patiently sitting back, watching this series, week by week. And then episode 5 came around, and I watched it, and my goodness, it's 3 in the morning, and I'm pumped, man. I'm legit pumped. My emotion, my hype levels, it is insane right now. I love this series, holy crap. So, let's just get right into it, okay? If you have not watched this series, seriously, stop what you're doing, and legit go watch it. Go watch the first 5 episodes. I'm serious. It'll definitely blow you away. That's all I'm going to say. If you love ReZero, I'll tell you right now, you will love this series. I 100% will guarantee that. Now, episode 5. What's crazy about episode 5 is a certain line that kind of just, blew me away. I was already really shocked and blown away by episode 4 with how Mio and the fake, shadow of our main character, how they realize that he can loop, that he can reset time, etc., and go back to a certain point and previously in the past, and to redo things over again. I was already impressed by that development, but then episode 5 came around, and you have, the main entity appear, the shadowy figure guy just appear, and then he just starts talking about, what if, the actual Demon King became aware of the hero's ability to continuously reset over and over after they die. And so the only way for the Demon King to actually win is by shutting off the console, attacking the power source itself. And when that was said, it seems so simplistic, but it blows your mind, because it's imagine if the series you're playing or watching or whatever became aware of your very existence, and it's okay, this is unfair to me, so I'm going to go outside of my very fabric of reality and rip apart everything else. It's like this. Let's say you're playing Dark Souls, okay? You're straight up playing a Dark Souls game or Elden Ring, whatever, and, you obviously, when you die, you reset. That's just how it is in, Dark Souls or a Souls game. But all of a sudden, the boss just sticks his hand through the freaking, the PC screen, and he just, he beats the crap out of you. That is the overall energy that the actual shadowy figure was generating, saying, okay, if I can never win, legitimately, I will cheat. I will literally come outside of the screen and go after you because you're cheating already. I can't possibly win if you can continuously respawn. That entire moment, I was just dude, this is some good stuff, because it's one of the big aspects I've always wanted from ReZero. I'm going to be legit, okay? If there is only one thing I've always been upset about when it comes to ReZero, is the fact that obviously Subaru's gotten into a lot of issues where he can't reset easily, or if he resets, things get undone, and, it's well written. It is 100% well written. I will not argue that. However, I always do wish that someone might somewhat become aware of it and then just stop Subaru completely from resetting to mess him up completely. I've always wanted that aspect to just completely stop him 100% from resetting, or become completely fully aware of it and try their hardest to stop that. I've always wanted that, and obviously it's been played with a little bit within the story, but I do like how this series is tackling that. The actual antagonist of this story is trying to stop Shinpei from actually resetting and going to a different loop. That's cool. I like that. That is just straight up freaking awesome. So, okay, so now that I've calmed down a little bit, because this is just, it's such an incredible episode. One thing I want to say is that Shinpei channels that Subaru energy. Like, straight up, like, his reaction faces to just the way he cries, everything about it, like, just his entire facial structure and the way he looks at everything going on around him, it literally reminds me of some of the darkest moments from the ReZero anime. That's exactly what it reminds me of, and I'm just like, man, I wonder if the individuals that are, working on Summertime Renderer, somehow took some form of inspiration from ReZero's anime. I am curious about that. Now, obviously, that's probably not the case, but I wonder, because just the overall expressions and the way Shinpei presents his overall face in the anime is eerily similar to Natsuki Subaru, and I'm just like, man, I'm getting those heavy vibes from this. And it's a good thing. It's 100% a good thing. It's fine if you want to copy someone else's work. Just do a good job at it. And clearly, Summertime Renderer is doing that. So anyways, backing off that for a second. So let's just talk about the plot. The overarching plot, what happened with the episode, etc. Where the series is currently at. Well, for one, seeing how Shinpei had to resort to dying to reset like he did, once again, is another thing that reminded me of ReZero. Legit. Like, it was when Subaru was forced to reset, when he had to jump off and then die at the beginning of the story just to be able to reset again. It reminds me of stuff like that. It reminds me of Subaru going, down a dark path to throw his life away to be able to get to a better timeline. And that's what Shinpei pretty much did. Now, obviously, there's more meaning to it. It's different circumstances, etc. But there is a few things about it that is interesting, and that is the fact that Shinpei doesn't have the luxury that Subaru has. And you're probably wondering what I mean by that. Subaru, obviously, when you look at Return by Death, it looks like a curse. It is 100%. When you look at it, it's a curse. It's no gift. It's a curse. Having to constantly die and do things over and then, leave behind everyone, and, it's just different timelines, potentially. Just, there's a lot. I've discussed it time and time again in my ReZero videos, from my light novel videos, to my web novel videos, to my anime reviews, different things like that. I have discussed it time and time again, and we know the tragedy of Return by Death in ReZero. And obviously, Shinpei, his gift/curse, is definitely more unforgiving than Subaru's Return by Death, which is shocking. Yes, I know, it's very shocking, because, see, with Subaru, when he dies, he, if he has a checkpoint, he usually goes back to that checkpoint. He doesn't know when he gets one, but usually if he, resets at a certain time period, he'll always reset there until a certain amount of time passes. And so because of that, he knows what to expect when he dies. However, Shinpei, when he dies, his checkpoint goes much further in time. So basically, to kind of explain this in the simplest way possible, it's kind of like this. Imagine if it's 4:55 and Shinpei dies, okay? He dies at 4:55 and, he resets back to maybe 8 in the morning, okay? 8 in the morning. And then he makes it back to, let's say, 4:55, he dies again. He won't reset back to 8 in the morning. He'll reset back maybe to 8 minutes, or 8 in the morning, 8:05 or whatever. That's like when he would reset to. So the point is that his overall time frame is getting smaller and smaller. Eventually, he's going to be in a position to where he will have no more time to work with. He'll never be able to go back to a previous point. So some things will just be set in stone. Eventually, when people die, he cannot save them anymore. And so as he continues to reset, he may, in the grand scheme of things, might have like 50 lives. Maybe 50, 99 lives, whatever, if we're going by video game logic. And so because of that, once he passes or crosses that threshold, it's game over. Straight up game over. He can never go back. It's done. End of story. And I feel like that's kind of what the episode was presenting, especially with the overall shadowy creature saying the Demon King would come out of the console. Basically, eventually he will force you to have a game over. If he can't drain your lives down, he'll come out of the screen and shut off the power because he doesn't want you to continuously reset with your infinite amount of lives. So I do like that. I really like what this episode did, and it presented a structure to Shinpei's power, that he cannot overly abuse it. He cannot just throw his life away. He has to think things through, and he only has 3 days to do it. It is incredibly difficult, especially with the pressure and what he saw throughout the entirety of the island and how everybody dies. Everybody legit dies. And so he has 3 days to figure out a solution, and there's already individuals that have died within the story that will never come back, which that's another thing to talk about. Ushio. Ushio, our main female character, she's obviously dead, and thanks to what we've gotten in this episode and the previous episode, we know she's a shadow. We know Ushio, the one we've been seeing walk around, as a shadow, but obviously she is very distinct, very different than, you know, what we expected from a shadow. She is not a part of the group. She does her own thing, her own entity. She doesn't follow the group, and she acts like the original Ushio, even trying to help out Shinpei throughout the episode. So because of that, it makes me believe that maybe in some way Ushio isn't fully dead. Even if it's a shadow, maybe some remnant of her soul or something is inside of Ushio's shadow. I do want to point that out. Now, speaking of shadows, we found or saw the mother figure for this episode. That was basically like the mother of all the shadows, from what we could assume. And clearly the eye that Shinpei has is from this figure. So it makes you wonder what happened there. How was the eye stolen? How was it given to Shinpei? What's really happening there with the relationship with this entity and Ushio's, you know, Ushio's family and Shinpei's family and all that? It makes you wonder, like, what's really happening. And there's so much. Like, there's so much to really get from this series. It's a very complex series, and I'm having a blast with it. Once I calm down, I'm probably going to make a separate video and just talk about my thoughts on the episodes, like really dissect it and analyze it. But for now, this is my reaction to the series, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's probably early morning when this video is uploaded, and I'm wishing you all a fantastic morning, day, or night wherever you live. May you accomplish everything you all set out to do today. I wish you all the best. And once again, if you enjoyed the video, you know, leave me a like. It does help out. It helps with the algorithm. But with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.